Yo, what's going on, guys? JTibbs TV back at it again. So today, you guys, thank you for purchasing my tournament ebook. This is what I use to make my run on salary cap. This is what I use for money games. This is what I use for every tournament I play in. Every single competitive Madden game I play in, I use this offense and defense. You guys are going to see a lot of my adjustments on offense and defense, see what I'm looking for on both sides of the ball. And yeah, let's get into it. So the playbooks, we are basing this out of our West Coast on offense, and on defense, the multiple D defense. Now, I know those are pretty pricey for Ultimate Team, so if you guys want to save up some coins to get those, that'd be great. But obviously for regs, if you're just playing for money or just for fun against your friends for bragging rights, trust me, use these books, follow my schemes, and you guys will have success. Now on offense, I'm going to be showing you guys what formations I'm going to be using. Now, we don't use too many on offense. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. And in Madden Ultimate Team, having Playmaker in this scheme is very effective. I'm going to tell you why. But pretty much the formations we're going to be using is single back ace, wing slot, bunch ace, doubles north. And that's pretty much it out of that. And for the other one, we're going to be using strong close. And lastly, we're going to be using this bunch weak. This is my favorite formation besides the doubles north. But I'm going to show you guys the audibles you guys are going to be going over, so pay attention. For the single back ace, I like keeping that dive there. I like that X post. But for the other ones, you can also put this PA central waggle in for the play action one. And you can leave the quick slants. Now for the wing slot, I put, instead of Y stick, I put PAY drag wheel, and instead of PA boot LT, I'm going to put this zone weak. Now for the bunch ace, I just do one. I pretty much put the quick pitch there. That's pretty much it. And then for the doubles north, which I are mainly out of in offense, I put my halfback base power as the halfback pitch, my stick play as the halfback base power, and then the PA rollout as my slot corner, which I really, really like. Now, the other two formations that you guys are going to be using audibles for is the strong close. I'm going to put halfback zone weak. Instead of that, I'm going to have the halfback off tackle. And instead of the inside post, we are going to put the pitch right here, the toss. So if you guys come out in strong close, just remember to come always out in this halfback dive and audible accordingly from there. Now, in the bunch, I only have two audibles. I do the spacing. Instead of that, I have the Z spot. And instead of corner strike, I put that mesh post right there. So bam, there it is. So now I'm just going to go over these formations right here. So I'm going to go against a random defense on the ace. First play we're going to be going over is this half-back stretch. Come out in this. Now I see the defense is a little weak to the left, so I'm going to ID this guy, flip the play, and I'm going to motion our receiver in. Jones right here, snap it once he gets about right there. Okay, that was kind of weird. But again, so the defense is looking kind of, sus to the right. We're going to motion Sanu over in, and we're going to snap the ball right here, and we're going to read our blocks right there, pick up maybe a yard or two. The stretch play is very, very good when they are stacking the box, as you see right here. It should work to the left, as you're going to see Jones right here. We're going to motion him, we're going to follow our blocks, and we're going to pick up a couple yards right there. So it's very effective. Oh yeah, guys, and also not to get a turbo if you guys don't want to get that stupid one cut that I just got. Hold RT right away and kind of just direct yourself through the hole right there so you can kind of move the left stick and right stick more viciously. Now, okay, I'm going to run a dive. I'm going to ID the D tackle on the dive. I'm going to motion my receiver here for extra blockers. And we're just going to follow our blocks up the middle. Good shed right there by the defense, but we do pick up our 5 yards. I'm going to run this one more time before getting into the next play. It's very important to ID this D tackle because you don't want any random sheds. It's very important. Okay, he's in a man. Snap the ball right there, and we're going to follow our blocks right up here. I'm going to juke here, and we're going to get inside the 10-yard line pretty easily. Now, this X post play, I like how it's in the audibles already, so you don't got to worry about that. Only adjustments I really put is if they are blitzing heavily, I'll block one tight end and the running back up. But if they're not, I'll keep my running back on a wheel. I'll fade A, and I'll put B on a little in route. And I'll motion X in half a step. Now, what this is going to do is you're going to see right here, obviously, we have our running back. If we can get that to him, good catch there by Tevin Coleman. That's good defense by them, but we were able to catch that. So, again, make sure this is what the audibles look like right here. Fade A, put B on the little in route. You can even keep them on the deep in route. It's really up to you. And, you can wheel your running back. Sometimes I'll also put Y on an in route, so it'll kind of look like this. Snap the ball. Obviously, we have our in route, but we do want the post. I'm going to low ball that right there. Boom, in between the zones for a nice catch. Now, what's nice about this is if you have more room to work with, I'm actually going to back the ball up a little bit, and you're on a sideline. It's really, really nice. especially if you're on the left hash mark. The closest hash mark you are on, you want that post route to the side. So you see we're on the left, we have the post route on the left hash mark. You're going to see right here. I'm just going to spy these two so we don't get crazy sheds. And they're in cloud flats. So again, right here, boom, this is all you really need. You can motion him in half a step. You don't have to motion him in all the time, even though online's pretty laggy. And you're going to see right there, the post route is going to get wide open. That that fade is going to take the attention away from that deep safety right there, and you're going to have a nice throwing lane. Lastly, we're going to go over the PA central waggle. Not many adjustments, just block your running back. You can fade A, and then you can put, if you really want to, you can put B on a comeback. And what that's going to do, say they are playing hard flats right here, which we are going to do right now. Boom, hard flats. You're going to see this comeback's going to get wide open because this drag is going to kind of suck him down in a way. So you're going to see right here, wait for him to come back, and spin right away, guys. I can't stress the importance of spinning right away, because if you don't perform a ball carrier move, and the most easy one to do is the precision spin LT, and B, you will get popped right away and drop the ball about 10 times out of 10. So make sure to spin if you're catching the ball tight in traffic. Just spam that right away, and I promise you, if you can get that spin off, they will either fumble, which doesn't happen as much, or they will come up with a nice catch. Now, into the next formation, one of my favorite ones to start the game off, and this is where Playmaker is very important to have. We don't have it, obviously, in practice mode, but that's okay. We'll do our best. Is pretty much the, let me go to right here, cover 2, is the PAY drag wheel. I almost forgot the name of the play. Now, what's nice about this play is you only have to have 3 routes out to really pick up big yards. And all you're going to do is fade RB, put X on the drag, and leave B on that crossing route. Now, obviously, you guys kind of know where I'm going with Playmaker. If you have Playmaker, X is going to be vital, because if the user is just worried about the crossing route, you're not going to get it open. You'll see right here, once I snap this ball, Playmaker is useful, because right there, you're going to see we can throw it to B right there on the crossing route. If the user is forced to choose between a Playmaker and crossing route, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10 they're going to go with the Playmaker, because it's the obvious thing to go to. If they see X cut very, very viciously up the field, right here having Playmaker, X would cut right up the field right there very, very viciously. But you're going to see right there, we're able to Playmaker and still even hit the crossing route right there. This route will get over clouds 10 times out of 10. Guaranteed, guys, especially if you run it to the weak side of the field. If I were over here on this hash mark and try to run it over here, chances are the user can click over to that crossing route. So future note for, future plays I'm going to be showing you guys, so I don't have to keep repeating myself. You are going to have to, know that you can't run crossing routes to the weak side of the field. Like if I were running a crossing route to the left, chances are the user can click on and pick it off. So you want to run it to the wide side of the field so the cloud is more ineffective. Now, next play, we're just going to go to our audibles. We have it in there, is the stretch. Now, I see it's weak to the right. I'm going to motion X over. He's going to be my blocker. I don't know how good Julio Jones' run blocking is. We'll find out this play. And you're going to see right here, we pick up nice 5 yards right there. Again, I'm going to run it one more time. A lot of times what I'll do with this stretch is I'll flip it and I'll run it to the left side and I'll snap the ball right here. Very, very good blocking if you can get good blocking. Obviously, the defense did a good job of containing, but you guys will live and learn with this play to, read the defense. Like right here, I see that I'd probably run an inside run, but right here we're going to run the stretch for the sake of the ebook. I see the middle is wide open, and you see how we use that cut pretty much. If I do the one cut there, I probably don't pick up as many yards. I'm holding turbo right from the get-go. Holding turbo isn't the worst thing to do, especially if you're playing, running some pretty much right there. We can hold turbo, and Tevin Coleman's just a monster right there. That's a fighter. Anyway, next play, it's in our audibles. We have the zone weak. Now, the zone weak, I do like running to the left side because the left side isn't really what your opponent's going to be expecting. We're going to snap the ball right here, and we're going to hit the pole right there. And we pick up about, about nice 2 yards there. It's not terrible, but most of the times what I'll do if the opponent is selling out for the run, I will run it to the right because the right side is more open. It's very easy to hit that hole, especially when you have a lead blocker right there. Now, he did miss his block on that linebacker. I kind of need him to make that play, but that's fine. We'll fix that with the ID feature. We're going to ID that linebacker. Shouldn't be an issue. And you're going to see right here, boom, snap the ball. And we actually pick them up that time. That's great. I'm glad that works. So we're picking up a consistent 2-3 yards on this run right here in this formation. Now next, we're going to go to my third favorite formation in this playbook. That is the bunch ace. First play we're going to be going over is the very simple inside zone. Just go against a random defense. And not much really with this inside zone. A lot of times I'll snap the ball like this, and and just follow my blocks right here. And, you know, almost made a move right there on Desmond Trufant. But if they do sell out for the run, you know, especially if they bring a blitz, should be able to squeeze between the holes. I just motioned Sanu right here, snap the ball. I'm going to go to the outside. I'm going to spin right there, and we're going to pick up nice yardage right there, almost 10 yards. So, very effective play. Next play, quick pitch. Quick pitch, I do one of two things on this. Excuse me. What I'll do most of the times is I'll call it base like this. If their user isn't over there, I'll slow down right there, as you see right there. I couldn't get the juke off right there. That would have been a touchdown. But I do that. I run it base. Okay, this is just, I'm just going to throw this out of bounds. That's a 3-deep defense. But that's the first thing I do on the base. I run it as a second thing I do. Okay, they're in a goal line now. I'm just going to throw that away right there. The second thing I do is very, very simple. I'm going to take this guy right here, Hooper. I'm going to motion him out. Once he's past that receiver, I'm going to snap the ball. Obviously, you have to ID someone, especially if they're coming out in a linebacker set. So, ID that end because the tight end is being motioned out. Snap the ball. Okay, I don't know why he's coming in. I'm IDing him. But if they don't have a 4 down lineman set, usually this will work. But we're going to keep IDing him. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll motion Hooper out, like right there. There it is. And, you know, the blocking isn't as good on this play, but if they are in a dollar set or even a 3-3-5 set, I will a lot of the times. And see how I flipped the play right here? They are bringing a blitz off the right side. I'm just going to run it as is right here because this is what the defense is giving me right here. And we're going to try and beat our guy to the outside. We're going to spin him real quick, and we're going to take this to the house with Coleman. But that motion out works really, really well for a lot of the meta defenses, such as the 3-3-5 odd and the dollar 3-2-6, because the lineman's not going to get there in time. So next, our next play I really, really like is this 4 verticals. I'm not going to do many adjustments to this. All I'll do is I'll put X on a smart curl or a little hitch right there, and I'll just call it as is right there. So right there, obviously I have the low ball right there, 2 Hooper for a nice gain right there. Again, if they are playing, you know, pretty much deep zone, you will have X automatically. As you're going to see right here, we are going to have B, if I can get that out right there. That's Sanu. And we get the nice face catch animation, actually. Throwback to Madden 12, if you guys remember those days. But you can also put X on an in route. You can block RB if you really want to. And sometimes I'll even wheel out my running back. And what that does, it creates a confusion along the zones, as we're going to do right there. And, you know, we make the quick read because that guy isn't going to react to us, and we're gone for a touchdown. Just like that, if you have a dynamic running back, especially with the Falcons, you have Devonta Freeman and Coleman, who are very, very good running backs, very shifty, very fast, good at catching the ball, pretty much the dream back. So now they are in the 3-3-5 odd. I can tell it's on baseline. Next play we're going to be going over is the PA 4 shot. I love this play. I really do. All I'm going to do, it's kind of like what I did last year. It's kind of a quick hitter just to keep the defense honest. I'll fade B, I'll put X on the in route, and I'll pretty much just wait. And you're going to see right there, I get sacked. You just set everybody. But we're going to switch to a cover 2 right here. Okay, they're in a goal line. I'm just going to throw this away. But once they are in a, you know, pretty much a good zone, I know if they're in a okay, they're in a cover. For some reason, this defense loves running cover ones. So all I'm going to do on this play is I'm going to fade B. You guys do see, I'm going to show you I have clouds out there, but this is going to suck down the zones. I'm going to put X on the in route, and I'm going to block my tight end. That's pretty much it, guys. You're going to see that A gets wide open. We're going to wait for him to break, and end up getting shedded with 6 people blocking and 3 people rushing. Gotta love Madden 19. Gotta love it, guys. So, again, boom. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so boom, here it is. Again, they're playing clouds. You guys do see it. Boom. Again, same setup. In route X, fade B, block your running back. There we go. And it's a very simple flood concept, as you're going to see right here. I don't understand how that was a bad throw, but you guys gotta love practice mode. I mean, it's the best thing ever. Good job, Clint. But we're gonna still show you how to just manipulate this. You guys do see what's getting open, though. I mean, I'm not teaching a class bunch of, you know, newcomers. You guys have played Madden before. If you are a newcomer, though, man, this ebook will get you better. I promise you. We're gonna wait for A to break open. There it is. Boom. Finally get a clean throw off, and he's along the sideline right there for a nice catch. And we're able to get inside, you know, our opponent, or past our opponent's 50. So the next and last play I'm going to show you out of this formation, because I only run really 3 or 4 formations out of this formation, is the stick play. And this is really, really effective inside the red zone when people are playing hard flats out of this cover 4. I'm going to go to inside the red zone right here. go right about here. And I like running it to a hash mark side. So even if the ball's here, I'm going to run it to the right side, but we're going to put it to the hash mark farthest over here for, entertainment and, for purposes right here. So again, we're going to base the line twice, press. We're going to play underneath, and people will bring these guys up to the line right here to stop the run. You guys are going to see how I set this up. So I max protect. I put X on a smart in. I do want him to try and get in the end zone. And I put B on that fade, or excuse me, that little flat route right there. Sometimes if you know they're not blitzing, you can put Hooper on a deep curl. You're going to see that B is going to get wide open behind the coverage. You can low ball that right there for a nice dot. So again, if they are in a cover 2 this time, you're going to see how we don't have to low ball this. Right there, boom. They are in hard flats. They're in a cover 2. And you're going to see if we flood the field out correctly, we are going to be able to just throw this regularly, as you're going to see right here. We are going to have our slant right there. And that's Julio. You're not breaking that up. I'm sorry. And it's very, very easy, very, very tough. Now, if they just base the line out of this, as you're seeing right here in press, you are going to have a pretty easy throw, as you're going to see right here. Obviously, if they take their user away from the middle of the field, you can throw to your tight end right there. But, a good player is not going to do that. So you're going to have to make reads accordingly. You're going to have to make sure to properly position these players, and you're going to have to make sure that they get open on their own watch. So, again, right there, boom, this is the setup. You're going to see right here. He is going to follow B. Okay, I threw that a little too late, but the flat route's very effective, especially given the space in the red zone. You guys will have success. It's mainly better just to low ball it, because the low ball works a little bit, it doesn't work as well as last year, but the low ball is still effective in the sense that you guys are going to be able to get someone open. And you're going to see right here, we're going to low ball that right there. Obviously, I got to wait maybe just a split second, but that is easily a dot. Now, I'm going to move the ball back now. We're going to get into some of the meat and bread of this content, of this video, why it's so good, and all that other stuff. So now, I'm going to be showing you guys one of my favorite run schemes in the game. It's only involving really 2 runs and a couple passes. It's out of the strong close. First run we're going to go over is this halfback dive. Just going to go against a random 3-4 formation. So what I'll do a lot of the times on this halfback dive, obviously ID that D tackle, motion him inside, and we're going to follow our blocks right there and pick up a nice yardage right there. It's very set forward. I'll run it one more time for you guys who, are still kind of taking this in. ID the D tackle, motion him inside, and, just follow your blocks right there. Obviously, I had a lane to the outside. I thought there was someone outside. But you can also, if you really want to, you can motion Jones over, or you can motion Ortiz over to the right. And then you can motion him back in just to mess with the opponent, pretty much. Just kind of, make Campbell try and miss right there, pick up our 2-3 yards. So next run play, this is why I made you guys put it in the audibles, is the halfback off tackle. I really like this play. I don't do too much to this play other than the fact that I just, treat it as a stretch right here. That's good containment by the D tackle right there. Very good containment indeed. I just ID the opposite D end, and I'll just hit it to the outside right here. And we'll make a man miss right there, pick up our 2-3 yards right there. It's a very good play, especially if they are condensing the box, which they're not right now. So you guys can just run this, regularly, obviously, and we almost pick up 10 yards right there. So you guys can just run a dive. Like right here, I'd probably run a dive. They're not condensing the box. But I just want to show you guys these plays. Now, next play is the toss. I am going to condense the box. I'm going to press. Now, if they are condensed like this, you can ID the opposite guy. You can even motion them out if you want. But right here, I'm going to make 2 guys miss with 1 spin, another guy with a juke, and Coleman's almost gone right there. That's the effectiveness of having a good halfback, guys. So the base 82 Coleman in salary cap, if you guys are into building budget teams, very good card. Spin and juke are excellent. Speed's good, so I'd recommend doing that. But the next passing play we're going to go over is this PA deep cross. Now, what I like about this play is it's 3 routes. An in route, the tight end, the crossing route with Jones, and the B route with Mohamed Sanu. Now, obviously, you're going to have X right there for a pass lead. If they don't base the line, and Julio's pretty much good as gone, but we're just going to go out of bounds, not to prolong the video. And you can also, out of this play, really do something with your running back if you want. You can put him on a wheel route. You can put A on the flat route. Now, this is what is effective about this. If they are playing hard flats right here, they are going to have to respect the fact that you have a flat route over there, and you're going to see how open our running back gets. He's going to get wide open past these zones. Pass lead it out right now. Boom. And we're able to pick up a nice catch right there. It isn't ideal to have a crossing route and a wheel route there, so be careful. Make sure you guys mix that in. But again, this is the basic setup. In route with the running back, or excuse me, in route with Hooper. You have your crossing route and your 2 basic routes right there. So just make sure to read the defense accordingly. As you're going to see right there, I'm going to playmaker him up. Couldn't get it out right there, but that's, just what you can give or take with this defense. It's with this offense, it's very good reads, and you can make sure you're making the right reads. So right there, I'm going to hit that crossing route. He's wide open. We're going to go down, and that's pretty much all I run out of strong close. You can mix in this mesh play. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. What I'll do is I'll wheel route this guy right here, and I'll just hit someone right there, try and spin upfield, pick up about 2-3 yards right there. It's a good little quick hitter, especially if you know your opponent's over adjusting to some routes. You can hit these really quickly. As you see, the flat's wide open. And what I'll do a lot of times, I'll show you guys, if you have 2 good running backs, I know in salary cap, if you're running trips tight end, most people do. But if you do have 2 good running backs, there's a package under here called the twin halfback package. Now, if you really want to, you can take that out. Just go into regular subs, put Freeman there, and you have Freeman. Boom, you guys are going to see. You have Freeman pretty much in the play. You can extend it to him. You can pretty much force him the ball, as you see right there. Try to spin there, but it's nice having 2 halfbacks that can do work. I remember back in Madden 12 when the strong close was one of the best formations in the game back in the older Maddens because of the dynamic and the complexity pretty much of the formation. Now we're getting into my favorite, or my second favorite, excuse me, formation in the game. We're gonna go to my first right after this, and that is the shotgun bunch week. First play we're going to go over, this is going to be the bread and meat of pretty much of your offense. You're going to base it around this. And our first play we're going to go over is the halfback draw. Just very simple. Very easy to run. All you're going to do is ID this guy. What I'll do a lot of the time, since I like motioning this guy, I'll motion him inside. He'll become a lead blocker, and we'll read the blocks. Good fight by Tevin Coleman to get us 5 yards there. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can even do it how Skimbo and them did it last year. Let's motion Hooper in. He'll act as a lead blocker, and I didn't mean to run that, and we're just going to go down right there. But you can also just treat it as pretty much the way Skimbo and them ran it. They'd ID this guy, they'd motion Hooper, and they just let him block right there. And you just got to not have frogs stick like me, but you got to be able to read the holes, guys. It's very important in this offense because if you can't run the ball, I mean, you can pass it, obviously, but you're not going to have total success. Having a run game and a dynamic pass game is very tough to stop. Now, next play we're going to be going over is the C spot. All you're going to do is you're going to fade B and put X on it in route. If you want, it's optional. You can block your running back and A. I'm going to leave A out for this reason right here. Y, you have the in route right there. It's your bailout route. If the user tries to go guard that long Z spot route, that corner route, you're going to have X open all the time, even if they cross man. Cross manning is completely bad in this year's game. It's not good, as you're going to see right there. The X route forces him to drop down in the corner, and the corner gets booty naked open. Now, I'm going to show you guys, even though, you guys think that corner didn't go open, I'm playing clouds right here. The cloud should stop this. If you guys want that corner to get open even quicker, put X on a drag, and he'll drop down quicker. So we're going to step up in the pocket right here. We're going to throw it right there, right as he drops down. You guys can throw it down. It's fine. You guys will have enough time. They won't have enough time to click on. Once he drops down, you can pass lead that up and throw it. It would even be better if you can wait just a split second even more. But right there, I was getting bull rush, so I kind of had to get it out. But that's that right there. Next play I really like is mesh post. Again, you can leave it as is. It's pretty good default if you guys see me running it. You're going to see I have this pretty much this flat route. And then you can truck automatically, guys. Can't stress the importance of being able to truck with your tight end. It's very important in this offense because if you can get a flat route out right here, I'm not going to be able to because he's bringing a man blitz, but we still pick up our yards right there. It's very hard for the user to defend that. But if he is giving you the flats, like right here, you want to be able to truck right away. And you can even get some fall forward animations as you saw right there. Instead of that being maybe a 1 yard gain, picked up an extra 2 yards with that. But this is how you get the play open. Again, you can block your tight end. It's up to you. This is kind of how you want it to look. You can motion B out right here, keep the defense honest. And you're going to see we have B wide open if he doesn't get an automatic shed. Awesome. He catches it off the tip. Olakun's doing that in real life. But I'm going to show you guys why this play is so effective and why it gets open past clouds. Now, you're going to see, obviously, when we run this, we want to streak RB, so the deep blue or the hook zone or hook curl or mid read has to follow him. I'm going to block 3 for this purpose. You're going to see he's going to have to choose. Obviously, we're going to have drag open, but we do want something even better. I'm going to click on right there with Ridley. We're going to make the user catch, and boom, nice, easy catch. So if they're doing something like this with the cover 3, and they're playing hard flats on one side, which you're going to see right here, and you are going to see that we are going to be playing hard flats right here. So boom, hard flat, cloud flat, or excuse me, let me just put him there. Boom, hard flat, and then a hook curl, pretty much. If they do something like that, and they know, you know, obviously on mesh post, you're going to have this solo guy run a drag. They want it to be boxed up, and you're going to have this guy on a deep post route. You can just put double drags or a double in route and drag and make him choose. Obviously, he's not going to be able to guard that route right there. Again, you can force it. I doubt the safety's going to have time. You know, your users or your opponent's going to have time to click on and make that play. So that's that right there. Now, I'm going to show you guys a quick cover 3 beater, cover 4 beater out of the Z spot. If they do, let me change that to a cover 3 right there. Right there, boom. If they do something like this, you know, a lot of people like baselining pressing out of this because it acts as a mana line. If they do something like that, you have a fast receiver in Ridley. All you're going to do is the same setup. You're going to fade him. You can even put A on and out route right there, and you can put X on the deep end. You're going to fade him right there. He's going to bite on the corner route, and you're going to see right there, we do have enough throw power to get that there. That's a really shitty throw by Matt Ryan, but that's all right. We're going to do it one more time just to show you guys it works. Boom. And that corner route, its importance is it still works the same as last year. It's going to take the attention away from that deep third, as you're going to see right here. And we're able to get that over the defense's head. That's a really good play by Trufant, but you guys do see we have a step on him. That's just a simple cover 3 beater out of there. You got to make sure you have your personnel. Like Ridley, I don't know against Trufant, but if we have a slower corner, he should be able to get behind the defense. Now, I'm going to show you a couple more plays out of this bunch because it's a very, very, very smart route combination. Again, I'm going to show you another way right now how to run that mesh post. All right, so you're going to flip the play. I'm on the left hash mark. You're going to flip the play to the left side, and we're going to play clouds here. We're going to play clouds, and you're going to see how this gets over it. So a lot of people were pretty much asking me why I run it flipped, and I motion the mesh route over to the right. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to fade B. I'm going to keep RB on that drag, and I'm going to motion X over, and you're going to see why this gets open. So it's kind of a reverse concept, obviously. Right there, boom. We're going to click on and catch that. That's just a really good defensive play right there. But you guys know in practice mode, everything works out perfectly according to the defense. We're just going to spy these guys right here. Right there, boom. All right, so we're giving ourselves enough time, obviously, because the sheds are amazing in practice mode. Okay, so we're going to motion them over here. You're going to see right here. Wait till X drops down on it, and you're going to see right there, we can fit that in right there for a nice catch. Now, the reason that works is because the drag is going to take the attention of the cloud. You can mix it up because a lot of these plays in this playbook that, you know, the bunch halfback week that I run a lot of motions. You know, I run a lot of motions to, you know, create confusion, to make sure the defense is off guard, and, you know, make sure that if you cross-man someone, just know that it's going to mess up one route, and one route is going to get open. Now, the next play I like running is this deep attack. We're going to just run it against a random 3-4 odd. Not many adjustments to this. I just keep A on the flat route, and I streak my B receiver. So pretty much I'm just making a high-low read. Obviously, I have them open in the flat right there. I'm going to truck right there, try and get some extra yards. Boom, we pick up 5+ yards right there. It's very, very simple. You can even do the vice versa thing. You can streak RB, keep B on your in route, and then put A on the flat, and just kind of, again, right there we have B, but we do want X right there, and he's going to get the rat catch right there by Julio. That's good, actually really, really good defense by our opponent. But if they do baseline, if they are in a cover 2 and they do baseline, you know, you just know that crossing route will get open. You know, it's not gonna stay boxed forever, as you're going to see right here. We're going to motion him, and boom. Right there, boom, middle wide open. And, you know, that's why it's open, because that streak takes away that deep yellow or that hook curl or that mid read, and it makes the opponent, you know, make a decision. Now, next, I'm going to show you another unique way to run one of these plays, which is going to be Z spot. If your opponent likes cross manning, say they are, you know, playing a cover 2 and they're cross manning, you know, they're putting the deep blues here and they're manning him up and they're manning him up. Now, This is a very popular defense that a lot of people will go to, and then they'll put this guy in a flat and this guy in a flat, and they'll just kind of patrol the middle right there. So this is a very popular defense people will go to. You know, they'll make sure they control the user with their middle guy right there. But if you do want to beat this, I have a really easy solution. All you're going to do is you're going to fade B, you're going to put X on an in route, or you can put B on the slant. Doesn't matter. If you know they're cross manning, you're going to motion Sanu over, and you're going to make them pick. Pretty much, what do they want to guard? What do they want to guard? They're leaving that open. Okay, that's cool. And you see right there how I catch the ball. I try to make a juke right after, because chances are, if they can get that move off, they're not going to drop the ball. So if you play a super cross manner, even if they don't, even if they do something like this right here, even if they do something that's just completely random, just a random cover 2, you can even motion them over. Just make sure to keep the defense honest, and, you know, you will reap the benefits. As you're going to see right there, middle's wide open. And we try to make a man miss right there, but unsuccessful. But you guys see how effective that route combo is. Now, this play right here, I would recommend trying to have Playmaker for it. It still works pretty well because you're still kind of keeping the same concepts alive. It's deep corner. I like running it to this side because it's very, very good at getting behind zones. As you're going to see right here. Boom, we're just playing a cover 2. I'm going to spy some dudes because the sheds are crazy in practice mode. What I'll do is I'll have my Playmaker on the left side. You know, my player with the Playmaker attribute, which is Julio Jones. I'll streak or fade B, and I'll block A. And I'm really just motioning 3 routes out. And you're going to see how RB is going to get behind that cloud right there. As you're going to see right there, boom. And we're able to pass lead that up to Sanu for a nice gain right there and get ourselves inside the 25-yard line. So with Playmaker, you guys see I'm going to go into instant replay. The reason you want Playmaker, again, it's the same reason you want Playmaker for everything. You want to make the user choose. Say the user's trying to guard that crossing route. He sees right there, I Playmaker Julio. He goes right up the middle. There's literally no one in the middle of the field. If he had Playmaker, he'd obviously, you know, Playmaker better, but he's going to go right up in the middle of the field. The user has a choice. Do I go with Julio, who's going to be wide open in the middle of the field, or do I, you know, trust my defense enough, you know, to where I know they're going to get pressure, get a sack by the time this crosser gets open and take him. So he kind of has a choice. Do I go with him or do I go with him? And it's kind of, you know, a choice and a decision you have to make too. You got to make sure you watch the user. He may fake. He may do something like this. If he sees this, I'm going to just set the play up and try and use her on defense. Right there, boom. This is the play art. He may do something like this. So he sees you Playmaker him. He's going to go up and then fake here. And, you know, by the time that happens, you may get sacked. So it's just a decision you have to make. You got to get these reads down. That's why I'm, you know, showing you guys how to do this. I want you guys to get that practice and make sure everything's perfect. Now, lastly, guys, we do have the doubles north. This is the last offensive formation. I'm just going to come out in this PA rollout play because I really like starting it off when I run this offense against this. So pretty much we're just going to run a basic Tampa 2. A lot of people running online with the deep blue, the 2 yellows. I'm just going to stick another yellow here for heck's sake. Now what I'll do a lot of the times, it's the same concept, but I'll do something like this. Put my drag there, and if we're on a hash mark, I'll motion him out right about here in the middle, and you're going to see he's going to get behind that cloud right there. Boom. Nice easy dot to Julio for a nice completion. So again, I'll show you guys the play art. I'll show you guys the play. It's very, very simple. All you're going to do is this. Boom. That's the play art. You're going to motion Julio till he's about in the middle of this tight end and this receiver on the right. And you're going to snap it. And we're going to wait for him to drop. Boom. And throw a dot right there. Now, if they're over adjusting, that streak may get him. You never know. But that's just the risk you're willing to take. Now, the next play is the halfback pitch. All I'm going to do is one of 2 things on this. I run it stock, or actually I run it 3 different ways. That's the first way, just running it stock. The second way you are going to run it is going to be flipped, and you're going to motion this guy, and I'll tell you the importance of motioning this guy later in the video because you're going to mix up a passing play with this motion too. So they are getting pretty good sheds. Obviously, it's practice mode. You're not going to break every run. Third way, obviously, is the very popular way people have been running it, you know, since last year, is they'll motion this receiver over just to kind of create a trips look, and you'll snap the ball. And it actually gets really, really good blocking if we can get good blocks. Pick up about 2 yards there, so not too terrible. Next run play is this halfback ace power. I don't run it flipped. I just run it as is. You know, not too many motions. Obviously, right there, I'm air trucking, trying to get yards, pick up a nice 6-yard gain. You can run it flipped if you want, and a lot of times I will motion Julio again. It is to just make the opponent think more. and we do run right into our defensive tackle. I believe that's Grady Jarrett, but you can run it flipped. I recommend that you snap the ball right about here, and we'll hit the hole right there, and we'll fight for some yards with Tevin Coleman, get about 5. So the next play I'm going to be running is this slot corner. Now, I'm telling you guys the reason why I like running that play and motioning that guy is for this reason. Now, I am going to do this right here. I'm going to motion him right here. You guys are going to see. It's a little flood concept. X is going to get wide open again. So they think I'm running it. Oh, well, I'm not running it. And if we can hold our blocks, we have a wide open dot. Now I'm just going to spy some extra people. Right there, boom. Only one rushing. If he gets in, this game's rigged. But, again, fade Y. You can put A or B on the in route. If they're blitzing the house, I'd honestly recommend just keeping 3 routes on here. That's what it looks like right there. Motion Julio Jones. And snap it right about here. So make it look the same. Literally make it look the same. You're going to see X is going to get wide open. We're going to pass lead that. We are going to juke our guy right there. And we're going to pick up the nice yards right there. So it's very important. Again, having playmaker really helps. Because usually what I'll do with this play is I will have the playmaker guy right here, Sanu. I'll make sure he's the playmaker guy. So, or for this play, I'll have the playmaker guy here. So I can make him choose. Again, I'll flick the right stick up. He'll go right up the middle. While that crossing route's getting to the left, I'll make the user choose. Which one do you want to guard? So that's that play right there. The last play I'm going to be showing you guys, my favorite play out of this formation. I'm just going to run this against random defenses. I'm hoping it's giving me random defenses. Okay, it's not. I'm going to show you guys the different reads to go against this. So with this play, it's my base play. It's my favorite play in this playbook. It's very, very tough to guard. Slot corner. Now, what I'll do a lot of the times is if I suspect they're in a cover 2 or cover 3, I'll motion them out, put them on a hitch, and I'll just do something like this. Boom. Make them choose. So you're going to see. You have A open, obviously, right there. That's just a lucky pick, I guess. But you see we have A open. Obviously, that can be your first read. Nobody's going to react that quickly in this game. It's not going to happen, I promise you guys. So this is the setup right here. Just simple. You're going to see if they're in a zone. They are in a zone. We're going to hit that hitch, and we're going to pick up our 5 yards. Easy right there. Easy, easy money picking up those 5 yards. Very, very simple against this defense. Now, you can leave it as is. What I'll do a lot of the times is I'll put A on the in route. That's pretty much it. I'll make them choose which one they want to guard. And if they do leave B open, obviously we're going to have that dot right there. That's just a really bad throw by our quarterback. So, again, what you'll do is you'll leave it as is. Pretty much I'll block my running back. I'll leave B pretty much, or I can, playmaker him right there for a nice dot. Nice catch, Julio. Psych, nah, you dropped it. You suck. But it's very, very simple. Now, going against defenses that aren't baselined, obviously, it's not going to come in every time. But, again, right here, boom. You're going to see A is going to be wide open. Or we can just throw to X right there. Or B. We did have B, but we did get insta-shedded right there by the defense. It's a very good play stock because if they're doing something like this, you are going to have your wide receiver open. What I'll do a lot of times is I'll fade him. It'll create kind of an overload. And you're going to see you're going to have Y wide open. Wide open in the corner right there for a nice dot. So that's pretty much one of my favorite plays in the playbook because if you play someone who's over adjusting, sending a lot of zones, you can just, hit them with easy, simple routes, as you're going to see right here. That corner route also beats pretty much any man. It's very, very sharp, cutting corner route, gets open against everything. So that's pretty much the offense, guys. I hope you enjoyed the offensive side. I do use some other plays sometimes in this doubles north, not as much though. I wanted to give you guys the salt and pepper pretty much to make sure that you guys understand it. Like right here, this bench switch is all right. But those plays, the receiver corner halfback pitch, the PA rollout, halfback ace power, and the slot corner. That's pretty much what I'll go to in times where I need a dot. So that's the offense, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Now let's get over to the defensive side. Okay, so guys, we are on the defensive side. I'm running the multiple defensive ebook playbook. The first and only formation I really use for most of the games, I only use this 4-3 odd. I use this 4-3 normal sometimes, the 3-4 odd, and I'll use this dollar and big nickel from time to time. Now we're going to get to the bread and butter, pretty much why you guys want this ebook, this really good blitz. Now the 4-3 odd, what I'll do is I'll do my formation subs. You want to have someone between 83, 85 speed. It's fine to have someone fast, but I figured the blitz does come in a little better when it's 85, 83, especially when those players are even better at shedding. So we're going to put Deion Jones there just for the heck of it right now. I'm going to take Oluokun out of this because I want him on my left side. This is the only 4-3 defense you could put secondary players in, which is pretty cool. So I can use her a 90 speed. I'm not sure how fast Keanu is, but you can use her 90 plus speed, corners in this defense, which is pretty nice since, using a corner and shooting the run is pretty easy this year. Now, I am going to make sure Oluokun's there, and Vic Beasley is going to be my opposite end. Now, we're going to go over this cross 3 fire. This is my favorite blitz in the game. It's very, very good. It's very hard to stop, and it shows you why you have to max protect every play on defense. Now, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like if they do send out every route. All you're going to do is press. You're going to crash your D-line to the left, contain, and that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to hover in this gap. Either this guy, Jones, is going to shoot, or Beasley's going to come through. So we're going to hover in this gap right here. I'm actually going to man up on the running back. You're going to see how fast this comes in right here. He comes in through the B gap. Usually doesn't come through the B gap, but it happens this play. We'll do it one more time. Sometimes I'll even spread the line. You want to make sure you crash to the left every time. And I am running the play flipped, guys. It comes in a little better flipped. So right here, boom. That's what it looks like. I got to make sure I watch the right side real quick, watching the flats right here. And the looper does kind of get picked up right there. But we do end up getting the shed from Deion Jones. A lot of the times what I'll do, most of the times, is I will shift my D-line to the left and crash left. And I'll move Deion Jones right here. I'll move him over just a step. And you're going to see right here, we're going to obviously have to watch the outside. I'm going to stay right there. And we do end up getting really, really good pressure. Obviously, it gets picked up, but we do end up congesting the middle. Very, very good defense. Now, if they do block the running back, what I'll do a lot of the times is I will spread my linebackers in this scenario. I'll bluff blitz our guy, and I'll put him in a pretty much a cloud or a hard flat. I'm going to put him in a hard flat right here. And I am going to just kind of hover over this gap. Now, what spreading the linebackers does, it allows the DNs to come in a little bit more free, as you're going to see right here. We are going to guard this right here, and we end up getting Oluokun to come in. He ends up realizing no one's on that side and ends up shooting the gap. Now, if they do block a running back, you can also send it another way. Press, crash your D-line to the left, and you're going to blitz all of them. Now, I do like doing something like this right here, as you're going to see right here. Kind of a setup, a weird setup, but it works for me, as that soft squat is fine. You guys are going to think, oh, well, what if he gets beat deep? He's not going to get beat deep, guys. If that's the only route over there, he's going to be fine. But if you guys are curious or just wondering if he gets beat deep, you can stick that deep half right there. So again, hover in this gap. You guys are going to see we get a screamer right here off the left end. The contain from both sides will come in. But if that looper can come in, that's fine, guys. I mean, it's completely fine, as you're going to see right here. Just more adjustments right here, boom. I'm obviously going to have to watch. That middle is covered. That middle is completely covered, guys. You guys are going to see that he is not going to be an issue. So we are just blocking the tight end here. I'm going to have to watch the right side, and we end up getting Oluokun to scream right there. So it's very, very effective. The looper will come in a majority of the times online. You guys have seen that. So you can spread your D-line. It really is up to you guys. It really is. But if they aren't blocking anyone, this is kind of the setup you want to use right here. I'm going to hover in this gap. You can even move Jones right here. I like putting him right there because he does loop a little bit better. You see he'll move himself back half a step, and you're going to see right there. There's the loop if you move him right there. So for those of you wondering, as I was showing you guys, you're like, why isn't the loop coming in? Why isn't it coming in? Well, that's why it ain't coming in, guys, because, if I don't move him over, it's not going to come as consistently. You can still have it come in from here, but I like moving him over here because he will readjust himself back there. It will come in a little better if you can do something like that. Boom. So I'm mixing up the defense. I'm making sure, I'm making a mental note, knowing that my opponent is not going to throw to that yellow zone. He's not going to have time. I'm obviously going to have someone there, and you're going to see right there the loop is going to scream again. So you may be asking yourself what happens if they max protect. Well, this blitz doesn't come in as effectively if they max protect. As you're going to see right here, I'm going to try and send it, with the max protect, obviously. It's going to, maybe not be coming in as well. So right there, boom, turning it into just a little cover two. Actually, I'm gonna make sure I use her this right side. So right there, boom. That's it. That's pretty much it right there. If they do max protect, I mean, if they max protect, this is how I look at it, guys. This is really how I look at it. If your opponent has to max protect, you've already won the game. in my opinion. If you can stick some good defensive zones behind, because say I'm sacking my opponent's 3rd and 18, he doesn't want to get sacked. I can make it seem like I'm going to send a bunch of guys, but in reality, I'm really not. I'm going to bluff blitz this guy right here. I'm going to make sure that this side of the field is guarded. And, yep, that's pretty much it right there. So that's the zone right there. That's it. Boom. We're just going to make sure that we guard this area. So our opponent's, thinking we are going to be sending a lot of people. He's max protecting. He's max protecting. And you're going to see we're going to have this completely boxed, as you're going to see right here. And I'm following and I'm following. And by the time he can make a read, he's ended up getting sacked. The blitzer, the looper will come in, guys. I promise you. One of the contains of loopers will come in. So that's the breakdown on that defense. Now, what I really like about this formation is you could send contains out of it. If they do end up pretty much, thinking you're going to loop every time, you can switch up the coverage. Here's a cover 2 with the contain. The contain should come off the left or right side, as you're going to see right there. We cut double edge heat, and we end up coming in briefly. And what I like doing a lot of times in this defense is I'll kind of hover over here for a sec. I won't move. I'll kind of hover there, get his attention, and then move back. You're going to see that the contains, come in a little better right there. They kind of got picked up. But if I can get the attention of one guy, it's very, very effective. As you're going to see right here, I'm going to switch to a cover 2, obviously, and I'm going to blitz this whole side. But I'm going to keep this guy in a yellow. So right there, boom, this is what it's looking like right here. We're going to hover over this gap right there, and you're going to see that that DN comes in free, untouched every time. So that's what's nice about this defense. I really like it. And running it flipped also has its perks. If you guys press, shift your linebackers, or pinch them, they are going to, or if you pinch them or shift your linebackers to the right, they are going to switch like this. But pinch them and then send the blitz like this. I promise you, you guys will have really, really good success if you guys do that, as you're going to see right here. Boom. This is what we're setting up right there. This is what it looks like. As you're going to see, even if they block a running back, even if they do that, we're going to hover over this left guard right there, and we're still going to get some really, really weird, funky heat right there. The opponent's not going to know which looper's coming in, which guy's going to swim, and he ends up getting sacked. Now I'm going to break down the 3-4 odd and why I use it. We'll get to the 4-3 normal in a sec. I only use it in the red zone. 3-4 odd. Pretty much only run cover 4 drop, show 2. It's a very good coverage defense, very good run defense. If they do try to run the ball, as you're going to see right here, I'm going to run a draw. I'm going to baseline twice, and I'm going to crash my D-line down. That's it. And what I'll do a lot of times in the red zone is I'll put Richards in them on the line, so they kind of, look intimidating right there, obviously, and I will man up the running back. Now, a little trick. If you guys see they're running, click in the right stick as you're seeing me do there. They react a lot better, as you just saw my safety on the line. He was going to drop back in coverage, but he reacted a lot better. I'm going to go into instant replay just to reiterate this. It's very important in the run game. So I see they're running. I know they're running a draw. See, the moment I see they're running a draw, you see that right side right there near Hooper? He shoots. He ends up making the tackle right there, trying to strip the ball only for a 2-yard gain. That could have been a bigger gain. The hole was big. I ended up getting blocked. But my click-in ended up saving the run play, pretty much shutting it completely down. So just a little fun fact, a little pro tip for the future. If you guys are facing an opponent who's running the ball all game and you're running zones, just click in the right stick. Your guys will shoot the gaps very, very well. So I'll run it out of a different formation as well, the inside zone. So you do want to man up the running back, and the side you think the zone or the run is going to, you want to shift your D-line that way. I like holding LT and then option running back, and I will shoot the hole right there. And, obviously it's blown up right there. You can't run on this 3-4 odd cover 4. So this is a run defense I really like using even at this part of the field, because if they're going to pass, they're going to have to really make some good reads, as you see right there, end up making another tackle, actually snap the ball. But if they're going to pass, let them have it. You can mix it up, maybe put a hard flat on this side, a cloud on this side, and just, kind of mix it up right there. So I'm going to try and find an open read. Obviously I have A, but not much is open. I'm going to try and throw that to there. Our click on, if we have good click on skills there, we can click on, make that pick. It's a very good coverage defense. So if you're having problems sending heat one game, maybe sit in this defense for a little bit and then get back into your, your pretty much blitzing defense, which is going to be the 4-3 odd. Now, next, I'm going to show you guys how to stop goal line out of the 4-3 normal. Now, the play you're going to be going out of is the OLB Fireman. We're just going to go to goal line, and I'm going to go to QB sneak. So you're going to see I'm going to put myself pretty much on the 1-yard line. You're going to see how good this sneak D is. Now, this is very, very good sneak D. all you're going to do is you're going to baseline press again, pinch your D-line, crash down, and you can even move Trufant and them outside. And you're just going to take your user, man them up on the running back, and that's it. And you're going to see the sneak is going to be blown up by our dude right there every single time. You want to make sure you move that guy back out, because if you move him in the hole, it's going to mess it up most of the time. Sometimes he'll come in, sometimes he won't. Obviously, right there, we end up getting the huge sack right there. But there's a chance if you do leave him in the hole, but you're going to see right here, if I put him on his hip by accident, he will mess it up. They will, pretty much he almost got in there. They won't shoot as well. So that's pretty much how I stop the sneak, at least. I'm hoping you guys also, pretty much take away from this. So you got to make sure you have a good D tackle there, though, because I've played a couple games where I've had some boo-boo D tackles. They'll get carried by like a Cam Newton or Michael Vick. So again, if they do want to run the ball out of this, though, it still stops it. Say they want to run a power O, just baseline press. And you're going to see right here, you can double baseline press if you really want to. Just make sure you watch the toss. I'll move Richards out here, and I'll move also my safety because he out here, and I'll put him in flats. So right there, boom. Or you can put them in soft squats. It's really up to you, but we're going to put them in flats right here. And you're going to see right here, I'm going to man them up, and I'm going to shoot the gap right there with my linebacker, not allowing him to get through. We end up getting the gang tackle with Desmond Trufant. So that's pretty much how you stop it out of 4-3 stack. Just make sure you guys take those notes down. It's Old B Fireman. Rewatch the video if you have to. Completely up to you. Now, the next defense I am going to be going over is this nickel normal. I really, really like it. It's very, very effective. The play I really, really like out of this, it's any play. I'll show you guys how to get pressure if they don't really block anyone, and a free nano. So I put this tip up not too long ago. I think it's labeled one of the fastest blitzes in Madden history, because it really is. If they don't block a running back, if they're doing something like this where they don't have a running back blocked, all you're going to do is baseline, pinch your D-line, crash them to one side, and you're going to pinch your linebackers, and you're going to blitz one, and you're going to hover over a gap. As you're going to see, one of the DNs is going to come free, untouched, through the gap pretty much right there, as you see right there off the left side. What this does is it creates chaos in a very, very, very weird compacted area for the running back, because he can't really block right here, as you're going to see right here. So right here, you can even spy this guy if you want right there. Boom. I'm just going to hover over here, distract the line, and you're going to see he still comes free with a spy. So it's just, understanding to manipulate the defense. Obviously, if they do have a running back blocking, as you're going to see right here, I'm going to block a running back. It's not going to come in as well, but again, baseline, pinch your linebackers, blitz one, preferably the left side, crash out and contain, hover over the opposite gap right there, boom. And you're going to see we may get someone free. Obviously, it doesn't work as well, but we get really, really good pressure. Now, another blitz I really, really like sending out of this is the same thing pretty much. You're going to baseline, pinch your linebackers, you're going to pinch your D-line, you're going to crash pretty much out, and you're going to make sure that he hovers over here. So right there, boom. You don't even have to hover over here. You can pretty much have the looper come in, as you're going to see right here. He's going to come through right there, boom, for the easy sack. Just make sure when you crash your line out, you're making sure that that linebacker is on that blitz angle. He'll set himself up right there for it, obviously, but you may have to move him over a little bit to the inside, as you're going to see right there. Right there, boom. And you want to crash down, excuse me, guys. You want to crash down. So right there, boom. Easy as 1, 2, 3. And you're going to see we don't really have to hover over anything. He's going to loop around. Obviously, it helps to hover, but you're going to get a really good pass rush with your line. It's very, very simple, very, very effective. But I'd say the easiest way, if they're not going to block a running back, really, guys, is hovering over this gap, crashing your D-line in, and pretty much pinching your linebackers, getting that blitzing angle. So if they're not going to block their running back, if they're like, okay, he's not sending much pressure, just pretty much guard everything, boom, easy, simple sack. Now the next defense is the nickel over G. This just blocks shed D. I come out and cover 2 mainly, just, mess with my opponent's head, really, really make sure they can't get the ball off, especially if they're passers. Now, this comes in even better with the blocked running back and blocked tight end. All you're going to do is you're going to press, you're going to pinch your D-line and crash them out. That's pretty much it. And then just play really good coverage. Hover over in this gap, but I prefer to hover over in this gap. I think it messes with the defense even more. Do not contain on this. The sheds will not come in as well. And you're going to see we block it off pretty much. We pretty much fight through that guy. Vic Beasley and Takaris Moore, or Takaris McKinley, Tack McKinley, I guess, are very, very good at this. They meet the thresholds. They're very good traits. Thresholds you want to make sure they have high block shedding, high finesse move, but not high power moves. And then, pretty much that's it. And their strength has to be pretty good too. I also, in my last video, included a link for it, just to make sure that you guys understand. The last video I did on this I added a link. So, again, they can even, send out their tight end. It's up to them. It doesn't really matter, though. These sheds will come in, as you see right there. You want that animation that Tack McKinley's getting every time. Not much to this, so we'll move on to the next defense. You can run this on long downs like I do. A lot of people have found run D out of it, which all you're going to do in that big nickel, you're going to take 54. As you see, you're going to man them up, hover in the A gap, and you're going to shoot the gap every time. So let me show you guys that actually right now. I know that's a little difficult for some people to understand. So we're going to run a quick base right here. Or actually, I'm just going to run an inside zone. So we're going to baseline, pinch our D-line crash out. And we're going to stay right here with Olakun. And you guys are going to see right there, I'm able to, take the blocker. If you don't shoot the gap, blocker is going to block you. And your other linebacker is going to come in. So, again, you can even hover in this gap if you want. It's really up to you. It's really up to you. As you're going to see right there. We end up, again, letting our linebacker make the play for us. So it's all about distracting the linemen so that your other CPU players you can click on and make plays. So the next defense, and this is probably the last defense I'm going to be going over, is this dollar. I'm going to show the DB Fire 2 press out of it, and then one other defense I like out of it as well. So if they are passers, obviously you can go to this. It's a very good pass defense. All you're going to do is you're going to baseline twice press. You can pretty much just mix the coverage up right here. And I'm going to put our guy Olakun in the deep blue. Now, if you want this to be really effective, move the contains inside. Boom, right there. And you're going to see right there, our guys are going to get really, really good sheds, really, really good really fast right there, as you see right there. Our running back was blocking. We'll even leave our running back in to block. Now, if you do set it up like this, there's nothing wrong with that. As you see right there, you have a contain and then one that isn't. It's fine, but he is going to have a greater chance of getting in if you move him in. As you see right there, he kind of gets caught up making the blitz ineffective, excuse me. So on this blitz, just remember, if you are quick enough to do it, you can, and make your adjustments. Just make sure to move these guys in. I'd recommend touching the hip before clicking off right there. As you're going to see right there, they will set themselves up. And it's a perfect contain angle. So I'm going to hover over this gap, stay there for a sec, and you're going to see the contains come in pretty fast. Let me make sure to keep my running back on a simple block, not a delayed block. So again, if you can set it up fast, and boom, our opponent's ready to hike the ball. We're in the gap right there. Running back is blocking. And you're going to see right there, we are going to take the attention right there. Running back is forced to take that other contain while the other one comes in free. So you guys just saw that. That's pretty much as easy as 1, 2, 3. I'd recommend running that on, some short downs, even long downs especially, not giving them enough time. Now, we have 2 more blitzes. I lied. We actually have 2 more defenses. I'm going to go over this cross 3 fire press. It's very good. And then I'm going to show you a B gap I debuted on my channel a couple days ago. So as you're going to see right here, we're just going to run Z spot again. It's very, very easy. You're going to baseline spread your linebackers, and you want to make sure that this guy I'm on is going to be the blitzer. You're going to put pull right here in the contain, and that's pretty much it. Not much to this defense. A lot of people like running it because it's really, really good at stopping the run, especially at stopping the pass. So again, right there, boom. I'm going to hover over this gap. As you're going to see right here, we're either going to get the looper or we're going to get the contain to come in. So we have pretty much everything boxed pretty easily. A lot of times what people will do if they are blocking a running back, they'll turn this into a cover 2. And, or something like this, a modified cover 2. Right there, boom. So that's pretty much the defense right there. If they are blocking their running back, you can keep it as is. But we're going to also use her right here. As you see right there, we're making a good user play with Olakun. By the time he has time to throw, it's pretty much a sack. So if they don't block anyone, I've noticed what I'll do if they don't block anyone, I'll baseline, I'll pinch my D-line, crash them out, and I'll let that looper come in. I'll usually kind of hover over this gap right here for a second, and we'll let the looper do his work right there. Boom. And he'll end up bullfighting his way through. If you have time, you can make a good user play. But everything's pretty much boxed on this play. Again, If they do not block the running back, though, this is all you have to do. Just move him in right there, and that's the defense right there. So it's very, very simple, very, very easy defense to run. I really like it because the contain or that looper will come in, as you see right there. Boom, very, very simple, very easy, and the opponent doesn't really have much time to throw the ball. Now, lastly, I'm going to show you one of my favorite coverages and one of my favorite blitzes to send in the game. I did a video on this not too long ago. But it's the overload 3-seam. Still very, very good this year. Not many people use it. I don't know why, but the pressure is very, very intense. So as you're going to see, we're not going to block anyone on this play. We're going to go to mesh post. I'm just going to show you how it looks. All you're going to do is baseline. You are going to baseline again if you want press. Crash your D-line down, contain, and pinch your linebackers. And that's pretty much it. And that's what the defense looks like. You're either going to get this guy, Olukun, to come in, or you're going to get Poole to come in. You want to make sure that he's not on that contain angle, though. You will not loop around that guy if he's not on the contain angle. And you're going to see right here, comes around pretty much. He kind of gets caught up right there. I don't understand why. But it just has something to do with the line. You want to make sure that you guys pretty much, kind of hover over this area for a little while. So, boom, here it is again. Set it up, attack the attention right there, and boom. So you can crash your line out if you want. Sometimes I won't, but you got to pinch your linebackers and you got to contain. So I'm not going to do anything with the line. I'm going to hover over here. I'm going to make sure I stay here for a second, and I'm going to get his attention. And by the time he ends up making a decision, he's getting screamed at. So if they do block a running back, what I'll do is I'll do the same setup, but I will send this guy as well. So here it is. You can even bluff blitz him if you want. It's up to you. You know, make sure the running back really gets confused. And right there, boom, we have everything pretty much covered, everything, you know, locked down, everything, you know, swamped. So again, if they do end up blocking their running back, this is all you got to do. Boom, right here. So this is what it looks like right here. Right there, got some coverage behind it. And we're going to block our running back as well. So, and we're going to chill there right there. As you're going to see right here, we end up getting a really, really good screamer. Our D tackle ends up actually coming through because our corner was going to come through. So, and we're going to block the running back one more time just to show you guys how it comes through. So, boom, there it is. And our inside corner ends up coming through. So it's a very, very effective defense. Very, very good. I really, really like it, especially if they don't block a running back, because you can just set it up. It's a very easy, simple step. But this is a really good long down defense. You can just make sure that you send it on long downs. Everything's pretty much covered right here. Obviously, we're going to deep half that side of the field if we have mesh posts coming along. And that's pretty much that right there. I hope you all enjoyed my ebook, man. I have a document with this as well, as you guys just received it. It pretty much writes down everything I like to go to in this situation, has all the setups. It may not go into as much depth I went into in this video, but you guys are going to have the basic setups. Just incorporate this video with that ebook, that document. If you have any questions, you guys have all my contact information there. You guys get a free lab session, especially with this ebook. So if you guys are on Xbox, just add me, JTibbs, JTibbs, and I will lab you up. Make sure you understand this ebook. I promise you guys will get better. You guys will kill your friends in Madden. You'll win whatever tournaments you're doing, because trust me, this is one of the best ebooks out. I explain how everything works. I explain why it works, and you guys will understand a great knowledge of Madden after learning this. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's ebook. Pretty much just learn and take it down, take mental notes of this, practice it, go into practice mode, get your reads down, and I promise you, your friends who are easily beating you, they're not going to have any solution to this on offense or on defense. Thank you all for watching this video. Hope you enjoy the ebook. I can't wait to see y'all get better at Madden. Peace.